So tell me about the experience of going to Cape Town. I mean, Murray, you're from there. Felix, what was it like to be shown around and like tell me about the fucking penguins and the giraffe and all the B-roll shit. Like you guys did some tourist shit while you guys were there, right?
Yeah, I mean, nature was insane. Like most beautiful place I've ever been to. When you're out there, it's like so peaceful, so quiet. And then like in the city, or even like you arrive there at the airport, drive into the city, and you're like just like driving past all those like townships. And I could also feel like the split between the rich and the poor there is like unlike any other place I've ever
No
been to.
shit.
That was pretty insane to see. And then yeah, just I mean, just like being out in nature, seeing all those like animals like penguins,
Yeah, dude.
like
It's so
big
wild.
ass monkeys, whatever, sitting next to the road,
Yeah, the penguins,
which was
they're
kind of
crazy.
intimidating.
Yeah. I mean, dude,
Um,
I see the creatures fairly often, and I'm still like, every time I see them, I'm like, what are these things? They're so crazy. Like, dude, it's just crazy. Like, life on this planet is crazy.
For real.
yeah,
The
Yeah.
fact that I get to talk to you both and you're in like Cape Town right now, Murray, and you're in Germany, right, Felix?
yeah.
This is unreal. This is crazy, and I'm in Phoenix. Let's talk about that. I'm curious about what you mentioned about the rich versus poor thing. Murray, can you elaborate on that? What do you know about that? Do you see that too?
Yeah, it's pretty bad, man. Like, honestly, the city's almost built in a way where it's like you have the townships and then the city where like the richer people live, and they're kind of like separate of each other. And like, for instance, I never really go inside a township. Like, I've probably been inside a township twice in my life. A township's just like a shanty town, really. Um,
So township isn't the good place. The
well, it's the people are like some of the friendliest people you'll ever
right.
meet, honestly.
I shouldn't have said
And
good. It's the lower income place. Township.
yeah, exactly. And like, it's just the divide. Like, they can't really do anything to get out of it because the minimum wage is so low. Um, so they're pretty much stuck there no matter what. They could probably find a way out, but not really. It'll be hard for them.
Yeah.
So basically, you just have this divide of the two working classes, really. And like, there's no hard feelings for the most part. Like, everyone gets along, everyone's happy. Like, it's just crazy that there is that divide. And then
Yeah.
you also have like the crackheads in the city that just, we have a drug called Turk and heroin and whatnot, and you'll see them shooting up and stuff, and that's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's in every city. But yeah, I mean, it's just part of Cape Town. Like, if you come here, you'll see it. It's pretty much always been like that.
It's
Yeah,
definitely on the bucket list. I want to go there. Um,
you should.
it's
Yeah.
wild. Like South Africa's history is super wild with the apartheid and shit. But
Yeah,
anyway,
it's crazy. I mean, what you see here is the repercussions of that. It still hasn't like straightened itself out yet.
that's wild. Were you born there?
Yeah.
Have you been there your whole life?
Yeah, I was born here. I was actually born in Cape Town, yeah. And
Nice.
then my parents moved to like a small town, so I grew up into like a really small fishing town called Kanspai.
Nice. When did you start riding? Well, first of all, how old are you, Marie?
I'm 27, literally this month, 27.
Nice. Happy early
Yep,
birthday.
pretty old, older than I'd like to be, but yep. And I got my first BMX on my 16th birthday.
Nice. That's the exact same age I started. I I feel like I probably asked you this already, but how old were you when you got? Oh, you were into motocross, and then
Not like like mountain biking, and I got my first bike when I was like BMX bike when I was 5, I think.
yeah. So that's yeah. I
Yeah.
remember. It's crazy how good you are for starting late, Murray. Because like usually people with as much bike control that you have had like were racing when they were 5 or like Felix basically.
Yeah, I
So
definitely like I rode mountain bikes. Like, I was riding mountain bikes before BMX. I wasn't like doing tricks and stuff, but it gave me like the fundamentals of like riding fast and like popping the front wheel up and stuff like that.
yeah.
So I had that going into BMX, but I hadn't learned tricks. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I learned how to 180 on a mountain bike before I got a BMX bike. It's kind of funny.
Dude, that's so much harder. Yeah.
It's so
Yeah,
much harder.
dude. When I got on the BMX, I was like, "Whoa, this is way easier."
Literally. Yeah.
How long was the trip?
Like 10 days, I think, right? Or even like 12 almost.
Yeah, it was something like that. I think
Yeah, maybe like 10 days.
it was just under 2 weeks. So it was like
Yeah.
12, 11, somewhere around there. It wasn't 2 weeks.
And where'd you guys
Mm.
stay?
Stayed in the
Uh,
Airbnb.
And what?
yeah. And just in like an
Airbnb.
Oh, an
Airbnb close
Airbnb.
to Maury's
Nice.
house.
Dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way to
And
do it.
I had like a view straight onto Table Mountain every morning. That was pretty cool. Like it's like that famous, you've probably seen it before, right?
Yeah.
Like that famous mountain where the clouds are always like
Yeah.
every time you look at it, the clouds are like so different. Like the whole thing looks different. And I was like, you could just like stare at it like all day and
From your back porch, sipping coffee before you
Yeah.
get out for the day and just look at that.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, dude. We've reached the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed that clip. If you want to support me and the podcast, just subscribe and share the show with your friends. The full episode is in the description, so if you haven't, go check that out. It's also available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and wherever you listen to podcasts. And the goal is just to grow. So if you could share the show with your BMX homies, that'd be dope. Anybody that you know that is a BMX nerd and would enjoy this podcast, do me that favor, and we'll keep all these clips coming and one episode every week. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.